Okay, so in this experiment I'm going to partially oxidize ethanol into the aldehyde ethanal. So this involves distillation, distilling the ethanal off as soon as it is formed. So I'm just going to start by popping a few anti-bumping granules into the flask, a pear-shaped flask. The anti-bumping granules providing that large surface area for small bubbles to form on. Into the flask I'm going to add some acidified sodium dichromate. So the mixture has been cooling, so we've got 1.7 grams of sodium dichromate dissolved in 20 centimetres cubed of 2 mole per decimetre cubed sulfuric acid. So we've got that bright orange sodium dichromate, fairly hazardous material. Now going to assemble the apparatus for distillation. So we've got our apparatus set up and ready for the reaction. All I need now is the ethanol. So I'm going to add a centimetre cubed of ethanol into the mixture. Now it will start to react as I add it, so just be careful so we don't lose any of the vapours. So as I add the first few drips of ethanol into that mixture, you might see some colour change starting to happen. The orange colour of the dichromate already starting to go green as the dichromate, as the chromium reduces from +6 to +3, the chromium 3 plus the green colour. Put the thermometer back into the still head. And what I'm going to do is I'm gently going to heat that with a micro Bunsen burner to get the experiment to work, to oxidize the ethanol to the ethanal. As the ethanal is formed, it will evaporate from the mixture. The vapors will come across into the condenser and will be collected in the receiving test tube. So you can see the colour changing, definitely now far more green than orange. We can see some vapours coming off. It's starting to boil now. Vapours are starting to collect here. Temperature of those vapours is about just under 40 degrees C. So definitely be the aldehyde with the lowest boiling point of anything in that mixture. So we'll just gently keep that boiling. So we've got our first condensed liquid, so the ethanal just coming down the condenser now. Still see quite a few vapours over here coming through as well. So that's why it's so important that the vapours get collected in a cooled vessel. Otherwise we'll get aldehyde vapours escaping, and then we won't be able to test them. So there's some distillate starting to collect in the test tube. So we'll do this for a few minutes, collect as as much aldehyde as we can. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there and to let that cool down. Okay, so we've collected a reasonable volume of ethanol there. I'm not going to do a tolerance test on it just now, but what I will do is just smell it. Definitely an aldehyde. It smells a little bit like sort of overripe pears, rotting pears. It's probably the best description I can give it. But we've definitely produced the aldehyde from this reaction. So a successful reaction.